What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Nothing But Skills, and today I'm bringing you guys another division video. Today's video is going to be talking about the state of the game that just happened today, Thursday, June 7th, 2018. Now, we had a lot of information. A lot of gear sets are being changed in update 1.8.2. So we're going to break that down for you, and then hopefully once you finish watching this video, you won't have too many questions. If you do have some questions, use the comment section down below. If you enjoy this video, hit the thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and turn the notification bell on so when I do release a video, you guys get notified. So let's get into it because it's a lot of information and I don't know how long this video is going to go. So update 1.8.2 will be coming out June 14th. That's going to be next week, and that's during E3. They said they wanted to release something special for you guys. So 1.8.2 will be coming out next Thursday, June 14th. A big thing that a lot of you guys are going to know is there will be shields. Now, I'm not 100% sure how that will work, if it's going to be shields on our armor, if it's just going to be patches. They haven't really gave out that information, but they will give us more information at E3 about the shields. So for now, we kind of just have to hold on. So there are going to be two new legendary missions coming up. The first mission is going to be one of the last missions you do when you're playing this game, and that's General Assembly. This mission will now allow you to do this in legendary. Right now you can only do it in normal and hard, but when 1.8.2 comes out, you will be able to do this in legendary. And then also another mission that they're adding to the legendary pool is going to be Madison Field Hospital, which you can only do right now in normal and hard. So they are adding another legendary mission. This is great because the last two legendary missions they added, remember, they added hunters who have a high drop rate, and I'm pretty sure they're going to do the same thing with these two missions. So one thing they are going to add to the game are going to be these reactivation caches, which are pretty much for new players who haven't hit end game yet, or if you have friends who are currently playing the game and they just made a new character and they get to level 30 but they can't get to world tier 5, so they can never do those global events. They can never really grind with you. The division will be releasing these reactivation caches, which I'm pretty sure you're going to be able to claim right here at this rewards claim vendor. And once you go here, you just go to resource and they will be there. Now, the thing that you guys need to pay attention to is this is going to have caches that will have up to 4 different gear sets. Now, not classified, just regular gear sets, so they will be 256 and above. So that'll help that player get into that world tier 5 bracket. Plus, they will have weapon caches, so they'll get an assault rifle, SMG, 1 weapon of each class, and then also they will be giving you 500 div tech, 3 cipher keys. So it's a lot of good stuff that a lot of these players are going to get. Now, if you don't need any of that stuff, you still get the 500 div tech and you do get the 3 cipher keys. One other thing they're going to be doing is they're going to be adding a new encrypted cache. So if you guys don't know what encrypted caches are, those are the caches that give you those sweet looking vanity items. Right now we have Mark 1, Mark 2, and Mark 3. Currently, Mark 1 and Mark 2 can give you emotes and vanity items. Mark 3 just gives you vanity items. Now, where do you collect that? You collect that right here at this premium vendor. Now, this premium vendor is going to have it right here. These encrypted caches, you have Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3. Now, they are adding Mark 4, and then the vanity items you're going to be able to get out of that are going to pop up right now. So all the vanity items that are going to be available in Mark 4 do look really cool. I like them all. They look a little bit different. I wasn't too impressed with the Mark 3 vanity items, but these Mark 4 vanity items are very impressive, and I kind of like them a lot. One thing they didn't point out is if Mark 4 will have emotes, but it will have the vanity items. Now, one thing they did say, all of Mark 1, Mark 2, and Mark 3 stuff will be available for sale in the store from now on. So if you want to go buy the emotes, like those emotes that you haven't been able to get and you really want to get, like the selfie emote with the camera, the one that I've really been trying to get, you can actually go buy it if you want to. Now, some of you guys might say, I'm not going to spend any money. You don't have to. You can still do it the same way. Everything will be available in these encrypted caches, but if you want to get a particular item that you haven't really been able to get, well, now you can buy it if you want. All the items will still stay in Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3, and then of course the new cache, Mark 4. One other thing you're going to notice is down at the bottom where it says Phoenix credits, right now it says 277. You will be able to carry up to 8,000 Phoenix credits now. The max before was 5,000, and now they are bumping it up to 8,000. So that's pretty cool too. So now you don't have to waste your Phoenix credits if you really don't need to. So now that we're outside of the base of operation, we're going to go into the nerfs that they are doing for 1.8.2. So the first set we're going to be talking about that they are nerfing a little is Nomad. The Nomad 6-piece is changing, and this is going to happen in 1.8.2. So let's go read what the 6-piece says. The 6-piece on the Nomad gives you that 50% chance to have no cooldown of Path of Nomad. You take 60% less damage for 10 seconds after the Path of Nomad is triggered. Now this 6-piece set works in solo and group. Now when 1.8.2 comes out, this will change. It will no longer be in a group. This will only be solo play. So it's going to be 50% chance to have no cooldown of Path of Nomad while you are solo. If you are in a team, I believe that the 6-piece will no longer work. So that is something you guys need to keep in mind, is Nomad's luck is no longer going to work in a team. It's going to be more focused on solo play. So if you like running 4 Nomads in a group, you guys are probably going to go down pretty quick, especially in 1.8.2. So that's one of the big nerfs that came out. This is going to be more solo build. No more of this stacking 4 Nomads, having multiple procs, and then just being able to outrun players and go on long manhunts. They're taking that away. So you will no longer have that 50% chance when you're in a team. This will be a solo player build. Now one thing they did talk about was Predator's Mark. So the one thing that Predator's Mark does, it stacks a bleed. It's immune to everything right now. Like there's not one thing you can do to Predator's Mark. So the way Predator's Mark 6 reads is hitting 10 shots without switching target now applies the Predator's Mark, which makes a target bleed for 50% damage already done by those bullets. The damage over time of the target is increased by 15% for every 3,000 stamina and can critically hit. When at 9,000 stamina over time, the bonus is increased by 120%. But the one thing you guys need to read right here, it says the Predator's Mark ignores status effect immunity. So that means like if you had an immune box. So that means if you had an immune box, the Predator's Mark would bleed you even if you were standing in an immune box, which a lot of people when it first came out were like, why did they do that? That's a little overpowered. It's been a while, but in 1.8.2, you no longer will have this last line. Now, if you put an immune box down, you can no longer be put on bleed, which is crazy because that is a game changer, guys. That will change how Predator's Mark is used. Yes, people will still use it, but if you have a good team and you guys have people running immune boxes and you leave them on the ground, no one will be bled as long as you leave the box on the ground. You can't just keep getting bled over and over and over. This is crazy, guys. This is a game changer. This might bring a lot of players back. People might be excited for this. This is something I think is an improvement. A lot of you Predator Mark players, you might be a little upset, but I think in the long term, this is a big change for the better of the PvP community. So the only thing you guys need to do now is drop your immune box in. As long as you guys are standing in this immune box, no one can put that bleed on you. This is going to be a change in 1.8.2. So it's not changing right now. In 1.8.2, that's next week, you can run in this box as much as you want and nobody can bleed you. As long as you stay in the box and the box is up, you will no longer be bled. So that is something you guys need to pay attention to. Now this might be a reason why Reclaimer comes back. I'm 100% for this, so I think this is pretty cool. So now people can really stop complaining about Predator's Mark and saying there's no real counter to it. Well, there really is a counter to it now. Hope you guys find this update useful, and I hope you guys enjoy PvP again. Now the last thing a lot of people were upset with is the pop shotting that goes on with Striker, and they didn't do any nerf to Striker, but they did do a nerf to pop shotting. So it's not directed at pop shotting. I think it's directed more at Cronus Max. But what they did is people who use the SASG, the Super 90, and they pop shot and they just keep popping in, out, in, out, in, out. There will be no locking in on a target like if you pop in, pop out. The pop in and pop out will have a cooldown. So now there will be a cooldown when you auto aim. So as you guys know, when you play the game, when you lock into a target, it locks into them. And if you had a shotgun or if you like popping in and out, it would automatically lock into the target no matter where they were. So they could be running and you could just pop in and out and just keep hitting that target. Well, now there will be a cooldown on the second time you pop in. So the first time it'll auto pop into the target. The second time it won't follow them. So that's the big change that they're doing in 1.8.2. So this is the one thing that should combat Cronus Max a little bit. Like it's not the perfect solution for it because you guys don't understand that Cronus Max is a bigger issue. It's something that's undetectable and it has to do with Sony, Xbox on their systems. They have to put out something to block that, or they have to put out a patch to keep people from using it. Now what developers can do is do small things like this to help it out. And what has really ruined PvP for me is pop shine. Honestly, like the whole pop shine has ruined PvP for me. I still PvP a lot. You guys know I'm always on stream on Twitch Twitch. If you guys want to follow me on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/nothing-but-skills. I still love PvPing, and you guys know me, I will always be a PvP player. So if you guys have any question on any of these changes, what do you guys think about them? What do you guys think about the pop shot cooldown on the auto aiming? What do you guys think about the support station actually combating predators? Mark, what do you think about the 6-piece nomad only working in solo group? I don't know. This is a lot of big changes, and I just hope this kind of gives life back to the division in PvP, because I know a lot of people were a little frustrated with it, but I think this could be some really good things to come. Well, that pretty much wraps up this video, guys. I hope all that information that was released on this state of the game for episode 100 was beneficial to you. I know I learned a lot, and I'm really excited for 1.8.2. I can't wait to PvP once I get back from E3. Remember, if you have any questions, use the comment section down below. If you found this video useful, hit the thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, it's the first time you're watching a video, hit that subscribe button. Remember, guys, if you don't see me in Last Stand, if you don't see me skirmish, if you don't see me in the dark zone, it's only a matter of time. Nothing but skills is out.